Good evening. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome along. Welcome to episode 5 of the Antillian Mysteries campaign. We are here to see what happens tonight with our wonderful players. Indeed, speaking of our wonderful players, here they are. Look in all their camera-looking glory. I've look. Hello, everybody. Hello. How are we?
Hello.
Hello. Welcome along.
Nani? Can I do? I know you told us not to look at the stream. Can I just peek at it to see how we look?
I'm looking
You
at
can
it
peek
right
at it now because the only thing up is the
Okay.
screen that you can see. So yes, peek at it now by all means. But then, big faces this week. Indeed, I've actually sorted out the overlay. We actually can see people. It is wonderful. It is magical. It is beautiful, and that's the wrong soundscape. There we go. So yes, look at your beautiful faces. Each with your own with your Twitters on there. Next week we might even have your character names on there, which would be useful. Bit at a time, people. Bit at a time.
Oh yeah, I've noticed that too. That we're kind
We
of
frozen.
We frozen.
You frozen.
Ooh, on the stream.
Oh man, no one saw my sweet dab.
Probably not.
Okay, I was thinking that too, but I
Let
wasn't.
me have a look.
I was like, huh, I've
at
been staying in this position for a very long time.
Why for? There we go. How about now?
Like even you were frozen, Dan.
How about now?
I don't see it change.
Now we go. There we go. Sarah's moving.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh, I'm moving. I'm
Yeah, we're all
wiggling in the
moving.
dance.
There we go. We are not on Discord, Hunter. We are on a separate application so that we can have all this video here.
Come.
Because if we were on Discord, we couldn't have all this video here. So yes.
Hunter was trained.
we are using Voodoo.
Dab.
Overdabbing. Dabbing good. Right, I need Syrinscape up because otherwise I can't click soundscapes. Fabulous. Cool. So, welcome along, everyone. Welcome along, Sarah, Tyler, Erin.
Thank you.
As you shall now be known for the rest of the evening, Vistra,
Eritos,
Quinn,
oh.
and Idid. Indeed. And hello, everyone in the stream. This is the first and last time because from now I will be concentrating on the players. I do apologise. It's not because I don't love you. It's because I want to concentrate on my players because this is their game, innit? So, speaking of the game, last we left off, you had left Nealer following Generous's unfortunate demise. The town in mourning. You set off, continuing your journey to Kunthur. On the previous night's watch, Jack and Terra seem to have disappeared. Their tent seemingly abandoned. You continued on, met some unfortunates who a couple got away, but a few fell foul of your guys' skills. You met a person called Greep. Who had an owlbear friend, which you managed to befriend and not incur the wrath of said owlbear. Well done. Just to let you know, that was an option.
Figured it was.
Indeed. So, well done. And continuing on, you found yourself on the outskirts of Kunthur at around about dusk time, night time. It's starting to drop dark. The village itself, the town itself, is in pitch blackness. Being an abandoned village, there is no light source. There is no sign of life there. So we find ourselves on the outskirts of Kunthur. As yet unnamed group of people.
Oh.
Who needs a name?
Hashtag hint. What do you wish to do?
Well, we kind of did were we doing a short rest, or are we just?
I don't think we really decided.
Because it's like evening-ish.
Yeah.
I think he said it was dusk.
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 We do have stuff to like split up, which
Mocking
is like
the DM's accent. That's brave.
Sarah started it.
I didn't do anything.
Bring it on.
Because we had 17 silver, 14 copper, a cloak, a potion of healing, one small stone, palm size, that had a scorpion on one carving on one side and an hourglass carving on the other.
I just got really excited for the rock for no reason without you describing it.
I think we should give Irid all the money.
Yeah, you too. Stuff I don't know about.
Copper.
Yeah.
It's silver and copper, Sarah.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna give Irid all the money. Can I have the potion of healing?
Sure.
Okay, because you can heal yourself, right?
Correct. I can also heal
And-
everyone else.
Pretty much Tyler can't be hit.
What?
Yeah.
Irid can't be hit.
I have a high armor class,
Oh.
and I can get even
So-
higher.
I'm sitting here with no way to heal myself.
Dad, I saw that face. It's gonna get higher, Dad.
That's fine. I have
I
no,
thought you
I
just
have no
called
issue
him
with
Dad.
that.
I was like, why are you
I have
calling
no
him-
issue with that because sort of like those abilities that involve saves negate armor generally. So it's fine.
I'll still take some hits.
Oh, you're talking about yeah, that thing that's going on. Okay, so I get the potion of healing. Tyler gets all the money. Got this.
Do we have a campaign group set up on D&D Beyond yet? Because we should do that.
Not
should.
yet, but
I
it's
didn't
something
know
I
that
will
was a
certainly
thing.
do after today.
Okay.
Potion of healing. Okay, I'm gonna add that. That is added to my staff.
So since my dog chewed my notes, this dog right here, that one. How much money did we have individually?
I had
Remember?
like nothing to run.
Let me
Yeah, you actually had nothing.
grab.
Yeah,
How
I
much
spent
money?
everything on what I have currently. I need it all.
We got 225 gold each. From except for Tyler, because Tyler
Mhm.
was there, and we split it
Mhm.
4 ways.
So it's
me,
the math.
Who's
Sarah.
who's Tyler?
Irid wasn't here. Oh, God. Irid wasn't around, so we kind of just took his money, and we had 225 each. But I don't know how much each of us spent for. Oh, I don't know how much each of us spent for Pat and Poke. We spent 95 total, but I forget who spent what. I'm assuming we've already probably taken it off of people. Just say
Yeah,
you
you
had
got-
225 gold,
got
I
a
guess.
discount, didn't you, for Pat and Poke?
Wait, it's
Yeah.
2. How many were there of us? 1?
There were
Yeah,
4 of us.
Technically, you paid 70 for the horse and 25 for the pony. Because he gave you a 10 gold discount.
Yeah.
5 off each.
So each of us had 56 gold.
Well, I know Jack mentioned something about sharing the money he had found in our session 0 encounter. Though Quinn doesn't mention anything, she had like half of that. So
I'm just gonna go with 56.
you had 225 gold, I think,
What? How?
from our crying session that we got the extra.
Well, yeah, but didn't we all split that?
Yeah, that's 225 for you. We got 900.
I mean, individually.
Yeah, we got 900 total.
You guys are being misers with your gold. I
They
need
really
the-
are.
Listen, I want to know. Okay.
You're a druid. You don't even need money. You just
was
find
900
stuff in nature.
Listen,
And we separated.
maybe I want to get a squirrel for a pet. You don't know me.
Why do you need to pay? Just go out and grab one from a tree.
You could be the squirrel.
Mic drop. Mic drop. Why get the squirrel when you can be the squirrel?
So yeah, hand over the
Well,
gold.
The other ones. Okay, so no, you're getting, I guess, that 17 silver and 14 copper, Tyler.
Yeah.
And Dan can't stop laughing.
Be the squirrel. Yeah.
Yeah, hashtag be the squirrel indeed. Oh, dearie me. Oh.
So so we found a really good place because I got a nat 20 on this finding this place.
Yeah, you are fairly fairly convinced that this is a well set up place for the night at least. You are fairly well sheltered. You've got a good view of Kunthur without being visible from the road. You looked out, literally.
Yay for the nat 20. Sorry, Dan.
That's fine. Speaking
so-
of nat 20s, sorry, just to drop in, want to give a shout out. Hashtag not sponsored, but to Ice Cream
Yes.
Dice. Lovely little. I'm gonna get a close up of my orange dream dice. Your Razman and Kiwi that we won in giveaways.
Sarah.
Thank you, Ice Cream
Yeah,
Dice.
I wanna.
I like my metal. Thank you. I'll stick with my medal.
So we won in a giveaway that I entered just by random. And, fun thing, he's gonna be starting the Kickstarter on February 5th, I think.
Yes.
And there's a bunch of cool like other dice, like there's Neapolitan dice and
Sorbet.
Yeah.
Well, you have
and you're
to-
not getting a dice cam from me. Tough.
So, but guys, if you wanna, they're like really cool dice. He has 2 different flavors on them, so you have yeah, some good stuff. Go check them out.
Millions of die.
All the dice.
Plus, I've got another 90 coming at the end of March.
Oh yeah, all the Kraken dice too that we have.
Yeah. It's supposed to be coming this month. But apparently they're March.
Yeah, end of March now.
But yeah, guys, Ice Cream Dice on Twitter. Really cool guy.
Indeed.
Misty
Kickstarter.
Mountain Gaming. That's where it's at, baby. Misty Mountain Gaming.
So
I don't want to have affiliation. I like all dice.
Amazon is a great sponsor.
I like.
Yes, it
I
is.
like pretty dice.
okay.
I like pretty
Okay.
dice.
So let me just write down that we've got all this money. I got this. So
Congrats, Dan.
you have
I
we
have
got
dice. I have dice that matching my necklace, though. So
Congrats, Dan. What?
We now get unlimited minutes
Yes.
on this
Again.
call.
Which is
we've been
nice.
upgraded.
I feel like
Okay.
we're on a whole new level.
Woo-hoo.
So Sarah, did you have a cloak that I gave you from our initial counter?
I believe she did.
I think you
You
did.
two had cloaks and I didn't.
You have a cloak.
Well, you're also like 85 feet tall, so.
So you have a cloak, I have a cloak, and I want to give Arid this other cloak that we got.
So are we doing a long rest? Because
Well, I
if we...
figured.
So wait, last time you talked about how you get back spells. Do you actually get them back on a short rest or not?
No, that's Wizard.
Okay.
I got confused with my other character.
Okay. That's what I was thought, but I want to be sure.
No, I hear you. But I was thinking since we're sorting all this loot crap out, then maybe after that it would be time for a long rest anyway.
I'd say while we're sorting, that I go around the camp and cast a few alarm spells. So in case
Sounds
anyone
good.
comes nearby,
Should've
I'll set it to audible alarms. So, is that okay, Dan? Do some
Absolutely
ritual cast of alarm.
Yep, that's absolutely fine.
Do you by chance have identify on you?
I don't want. No. I need
I don't
identify. No one would have it except for me, and you need the pearl, which costs like 10 gold or 100 gold. I don't remember which one.
Those are so
We'll look it up when we
different.
get to a town where you can buy one.
Okay.
Aw,
then-
if I get money, I might get spells.
Did Vistra want the small stone that's palm size with a scorpion in our class?
Hell yeah.
Okay, you can have that.
I have a rock.
Okay. So we've given So Jared gets the cloak and the money. I get the potion of healing, and Vistra gets the rock.
I get a rock!
Let me now write episode 4.
Fisher is Charlie Brown. Confirm.
What?
I got a rock. He says I'm going trick or treating.
Yes. You caught me. My character's based off of Charlie Brown.
Good job, Tyler. Okay.
That was actually the Antillian mystery. Was what character is Mr. based
We're
off?
done, guys.
Charlie Brown. I mean, you're small.
Wow.
Okay, so
Wait, do I have
short-
this
long
li-
rest.
What did I do? Thought I had that list open.
Long rest? Long rest.
Yes, I'm saying long rest.
Okay, so you're camping there overnight?
Don't even have to use hit dice.
Wait, why not? Oh, because of long
It's
rest.
a long rest.
How many damage did you take from that all, Aaron?
I took like 8.
All of it. She took all of it.
I was at 11 out of 19.
She was in the faces.
I was in their
Yeah.
faces, and that's the only way I can do it.
Okay.
Alright.
Side note, look how cute my dog is. Like sleeping. Isn't that
Are you setting watches on your long rest?
Well, we have alarms set up. Do we want to set? You can't see anything, Arid, at all. And also,
Nope.
you do the whole poof thing. Wait, if you poof, what happens to the alarms?
I set them to audible, so everyone.
DM
Interesting
call.
point. Interesting point. Let me just check what the spell says.
I feel like that won't be in a book. Like, if your player disappears.
Yeah.
Because I almost feel like maybe like
It says if I do audible alarm, that's not tied directly to me. If a mental was, but I said I was doing audible.
I really dropped it.
It's not concentration, so.
Sorry, I brought this up.
Yeah, well, I'd say it would still exist because it's not
It's a good point,
concentration.
though.
So when you cast it, it's cast on the area. So, and if you set it to audible, the audible alarm produces the sound of a handbell for 10 seconds within 60 feet. So I would say, I would call that, yes, if you do bump out, you are technically not in that plane of existence. However, the spell exists in the plane and it's not concentration. So it doesn't require you concentrating on it according to the book.
Okay.
That hurt my head a little bit.
Essentially, you'll be fine. It wouldn't be able to hear it. You two
Okay.
would.
So we want to try to not have him on watch because he's probably going to.
He can't do it alone, at least.
He's already bamfed out once last night.
You say bamfed?
Bamfed. Yes.
Like badass MFer? Bamf?
BAMPF. Bump.
Okay.
Yes.
Different bamf.
Kind of onomatopoeic.
God bless you.
Oh, thank you. I like words.
So,
Okay.
how many watches will we need? Oh, almighty DM.
Well, that's down to you. It's down to you how many watches you want to take.
Because we can't really do the 3 watches like we did last time.
Yeah.
Well, I'd say you could. Granted, you do risk Irid disappearing and reappearing, but that's completely down to you.
Do we want to do technically 3 watches, but just don't have someone on one of the watches?
Wow, he gets to always sleep. How nice.
Or we
What a perk. This curse.
What do we want to do? You don't have a good track record, Irid, on, staying.
Do you feel it tingling, like in your toes or something like that? Or maybe,
I have no clue.
it's just at
I have a
random.
feeling now. Maybe we could just have you not be in watch now.
Do I have any feeling, Dad, about this?
You've got an almost perpetual feeling. You are kind of getting used to it, kind of like not being quite fully anchored in this reality. But you have noticed that, especially over the last the last day or two, it's not been as bad.
Okay.
You have been able to control it to an extent. However, you do feel that it is still a risk and a
It's still a
possibility
thing.
at any time.
So you can
Right.
kind of sense it coming.
I guess.
Because, if you feel like it's coming on, you can be like, wake one of us up.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Well, it's possible. It's more so of a curse. You don't really know how curses work.
That's fair. That's a fair.
I know nothing of magic, so I'm gonna take
Yeah.
you guys' word at it.
Who is
I
taking
mean,
first watch?
I get the gist.
Oh God.
pushing you
Yeah,
for an
can you
answer.
have Biss be near one of us so it's easier to wake one of us up if you're on watch?
I mean, I guess.
I'm certainly
Can
sure
I
Biss would wake
point
one
out-
of you up if Irid disappears. I'm certain that Biss would try and wake one of you up in some way or another.
I'm not so sure having Biss away from me when I disappear here, because if I'm not on the same plane of existence, stuff might happen.
Shoot! Oh.
Because of the nature of the animal. I see what Dad was saying right there.
Oh, I just caught on too.
Yeah.
Bear knows. I don't know if Quinn knows.
No, you don't. Because Biss has been with me the entire time.
Well, we're gonna suggest that and see how you react to this. How would you react to us?
I'll look over at my shoulder and be like, it's best if Biss stays with me. I'd rather not leave him alone. If most of the time I can keep him in control, but he's a bit independent when I'm not around, and that's not the best thing.
Okay. So Bob is not an option.
Who's on
Yeah.
first watch? Who's on second watch? Who's on third?
I
Quick question for DM. What's the phase of the moon?
The phase of the moon currently, last week it was waning. It's still waning. It's probably about a half.
Is it a waning crescent or gibbous?
It is currently.
I'm just kidding. I don't actually.
Between half and crescent.
Okay. Darn, that's not good. Okay.
Does that have to do with anything?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Yeah, it does. But
She's
I
having.
don't see it.
Is Mars in retrograde? Are you trying to figure out your horoscope?
No,
No.
Venus is an ascendant thee.
Oh. But the moons of Jupiter.
Indeed. So first watch is being taken by.
I would say probably have Mio first
Yeah,
watch,
that's
either
what I was gonna
first
say.
or last watch when it's
I
closest
think you
to
should
the
be
light.
So are we still like it's still evening-ish, right? So there's still
It's
kind of light.
Dusk.
It's getting
Dusk.
towards sort of like the sun
Okay.
is setting. You can sort of see a faint red glow over the horizon at this point.
It's post dusk.
So we want to probably Jared, you're gonna do it first. Try to wake us up. Apparently it's not a good idea to have Bob wake us up. It's your
I could-
call. You know
I,
Bob better than us.
I can probably just message you guys. It's not. I have magic,
So you can still communicate with us from another plane?
No, but when I'm about to disappear, I just be like, message, I'm disappearing.
Oh, true.
And then we see whether or not we wake up to it.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna have Aaron go.
Yeah, I guess we'll do it first.
Guys, we're all gonna die. Just right here, right now.
Okay, so Irid's taking first watch. Who's taking second watch?
Me? Okay, I'll take second watch.
Okay, that's fine. And Vistra on third watch. So,
Guys, don't run off and elope like the other two did.
you all bed yourself
Oh.
down. Irid's taking
Who's
watch.
she going to elope with?
Never know.
Another
Squirrel
elk.
she found.
A squirrel. Yep.
Irid,
I
make
am
me
the
a
squirrel.
perception check, please.
Me?
Yes.
Okay. Perception.
Yes.
Yes.
That's not one of my good skills.
Yeah,
Good thing we have you on first watch. My
that's why.
That's a mighty 9 total.
Oh, 9.
So, looking about, sort of like you are, partially concentrating on your attempting to keep a hold of this plane of reality. You do feel yourself just judder once or twice, but you compose yourself and sort of like close your eyes, take stock, you calm, and you do manage to actually remain for the duration of your watch.
Oh, thank God.
Indeed. Looking about, sort of like on the road, looking towards Kunthur. No movement. Everything seems still.
Cool.
Everything seems very quiet, very calm. You are noticing, being where you currently are, there is a distinct lack of anything. Obviously, being towards the towns, there is still, sort of like the occasional sort of noise of maybe late night people being kicked out of a tavern. Sort of like late night, sort of like deliveries to traders. Nothing. There's nothing on this road. Kunthur being an abandoned town, there is literally no traffic. There's no sound. There's no people. There is no anything, and it is slightly disturbing for a while. But you find it also calming in a way. Your watch ends. Quinn, you taking second watch?
Yes.
Okay. Perception check, please.
Okay. Ice cream dice. Serve me well, otherwise.
He's going to eat them.
Natural 20!
Natural 20, nice.
Natural 20, thank you, ice cream dice.
You stay very alert, sort of like sitting sort of like perched in the camp, just keeping a nice eye towards Kunthur, towards the road.
Mm-hmm.
You see no movement.
Okay,
You
that
see
was...
nothing.
Well, hopefully that's not my only nat 20 for this session.
Sometimes there's just nothing to see.
I was expecting us to all have crap rolls.
It's okay, we could have been murdered in the middle of the night. At
Indeed,
least
yeah.
I saved us from
That's
that.
true. Watch ends without much incident. Vistra.
Me.
Perception check, please.
That would be 15.
15, okay. You take over the watch, sort of like the sun, sort of like although it hasn't risen yet, hasn't broken the horizon. You can see a a faint sort of light just over the horizon, sort of almost just peeking up. Nothing to see. No movement towards Kunthur. No movement towards the road.
Suspicious.
The middle of your watch, though.
Of course.
You feel yourself sort of almost part with reality slightly, and the landscape in front of you changes.
Oh, here we are complaining about me poofing, and look at what Visher goes and does.
And you find yourself everything going black, and there is nothing around you. And then a noise. To your left first, then to the right, then behind you. And you realise after a while it's a sound of hammers on anvils.
Oh, I don't like this.
And you realise that this noise you can hear, this impact sort of to the left, to the right, to behind you, to the left, to the right, to behind you, is your hometown of Skrolton. And you realise that you are seemingly in the centre of the Trimatoria, which is a centre square in Skrolton. And then one anvil stops. And the other two continue. And then suddenly, there is nothing. There is no noise. And your vision returns. And you are sat in your camp outside of Kunthur. And your watch comes to an end. Uneventfully.
I knew I shouldn't have eaten those mushrooms.
So,
Dang druids.
First, I'm hearing voices last session. Now Sarah's having visions and sounds of
I just love hammers.
hammer time.
the sun rises. You are on the outskirts of Kunthur. Everyone is here. Thank you, Alice. What do you wish to do?
We're all rest up, right?
You are all
I don't know that I
You have
would
all had a
say
long.
rest.
You have all had a long rest. As much as Vistra has had her vision. You are all count as having a long rest, so you get the benefits of that. HP at full. Any spent hit dice is half your level, rounding up, are restored.
They had never technically used it because we ended up doing a long rest instead of a short rest.
Absolutely
so.
win. And obviously spells, you have your spells back for the day.
Yay, guys! I have all my spells back.
So-
I don't have.
Those of you that need to prepare spells for the day.
Yeah, which is more than half of us.
Yep.
Spells.
Prepare what you wish to prepare. Or if it's anything changed from previous
I
day.
have so many options right now.
And you are on the outskirts of Kunthur. What are you doing?
Before you prepare stuff, how do we want to approach this?
No, I literally have no. I'm not changing my spells. I only have like 5
Oh,
level
okay.
1s.
Yeah.
That's the joke, Aaron.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to. Okay. I don't know how to wizard that well. Wizard for like a few times.
All the spells.
Yes.
All the spells.
When
What
you
about
have
you?
money.
Well,
Oof.
Sarah, does Vistra have to choose, or is she pretty much set?
She's divine, so she can like swap them out.
Swap them at like.
But in the morning.
Okay, so well, do we want to figure out how we want to approach?
Did you guys hear anything last night?
It was quiet for me.
Okay.
I heard nothing.
Yeah, me neither. Great talk.
Why, did something happen?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, there was
we
like
did get
this.
murdered.
A good point. I'm pretty sure I'm alive. I did kind of hear like this clanking sound.
Like,
Like you've heard something clank before, right?
yeah.
I mean, there's lots of types of clanks. What are you saying in particular?
Like hammers.
Big hammers, small hammers.
Who am I to judge, really? I don't specialize in metal. I'm more of a wood and stone type gal myself. Okay. Just wanted to
Yeah,
double check.
nothing.
Okay. We've had some weird food. Maybe that's what it
It
is.
could be. And yeah, we're near this Kunthur thing, which, yeah, weird stuff going on.
Weird. Yeah. Yes. I'm gonna say it's that.
Okay. So how do we want to approach this? Because they literally left us a note, which I completely forgot as Aaron to write down what the note said.
Yes. The note.
The note.
Something bring us the iridescent one.
Bring us the iridescent one, yeah.
No. Never mind. This is not the right note that I was looking at.
What note were you looking at?
It was actually something that only you heard. That was I wrote down. Then I put a little asterisk, and I
As
said,
in
"Did not hear this." Yes.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I think it was, yeah, bring us the iridescent one.
I thought that was a long time ago, though. Did it happen again, and I totally missed that?
This is
I
the,
don't know.
well, we did it with when we originally encountered them.
Right.
This is something they wanted the iridescent one, and then when Jack and Tara disappeared last night or the night before, whatever.
Last night. Well,
Yeah,
yeah, night
last
before
night.
last.
Last morning, whatever, yesterday morning. There was that note that said bring us the iridescent one.
I'm glad we were both paying attention.
I know.
I didn't realize that there. Oh, you know, I don't know. I don't know where my brain was.
So how do we want to approach this? Like, do we maybe like literally bring them the iridescent one? We all have cloaks.
Yeah, but then we lose
in
Pearly Boy.
We get in there and then we go bam. I don't know.
What are we trying to achieve here? Are we trying to find Jack and Tara?
I'm right here. You've already found me, so it's 50% done.
Can Bob go in there and like scout things out?
Yes, to an extent, but I only have a limited range with him.
Question for DM. With Find Familiar, you can control him up to a certain point, and
100
then
feet,
you
I
can
believe.
give him a direction.
100 feet. I'm looking at it.
Still keep going. You can still watch because if I remember correctly, Caleb has said from
No. You can only, with 100 feet, you can only communicate telepathically.
Yes, but you could still see through their eyes. You just can't tell him to do
It's-
stuff.
No, up to 100 feet. You can see
Nope,
through
it's,
eyes
that's
beyond.
under 100%. It's right here in this paragraph. Additionally, as an action, you can see through Familiar's eyes, and is a part of that 100 feet paragraph.
So is that maybe a Matt Mercer home rule that he's letting?
Probably.
Yeah.
Beyond 100 feet, so yeah, the familiar can still operate, but
I can't see. I
you
can't
can't see.
communicate.
No.
Okay. I was trying to. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
It could also be like those evolving spells, because Find Familiar never increases. That could also be part of how he does it.
Okay. So how do we want to approach this? Because
Carefully.
Sparkles here is not stealthy, and let me tell you, he is not stealthy. Because I have. Yeah.
Have you? I know
can't take him anywhere.
he's like 8 feet tall.
Yeah,
so.
he's 8 feet tall. All his armor.
And you can't
Yeah,
teach that.
flanking.
So, well, I can be really stealthy. He can't.
I do have disguise self.
Do we want to disguise you? Walk in. You can.
So let's think about this. We walk in. Where do we go from there? What are you hoping to accomplish?
We're trying to-
Because we still have to find that dude's daughter.
Yeah, but we know that from what you told us and that initial our friend that you made in our initial encounter with them. We're
Greep?
trying to find Vulcan. No, you were gone. You weren't even there. You were in a necklace at that point.
You're saying you. I'm not sure who you're talking to.
Saying you, Sparkles, because you're saying Creep, and I'm saying no, it's you. You went no. Vulcan of the Uncloaked. He's a half elf, human half elf thing, whatever. I don't know. He's obviously possibly behind stuff.
I think the question becomes, what are we hoping to accomplish in Kunthur?
There's this whole killing thing. We're missing people.
We gotta find that dude's daughter. That's what we really came here for.
In your curse, because they're the ones that did this thing.
All right.
So there's
We-
4 things that we need to do here.
Well,
What do you know about your curse? Other than it's like a major inconvenience to all of us.
it was a form of banishment gone wrong.
I'm just gonna smile and nod and pretend that I know anything about that.
To look up the spell description of banishment. I think it's like you banish someone, pocket them, and then come back. Okay, yeah. Yeah, they temporarily banishment. You would temporarily banish someone, and then you can carry them around for a while, then pop them out once the spell's over.
So the spell should technically potentially end on its own?
Not if it's gone wrong. Magic is not is precise when it's cast correctly. When some incompetent fool tries to use magic, stuff like this happens.
So, do you know who put the curse on you?
Do you have any enemies that we should know about?
You would know my enemies. Like, I mean, I'm a noble. I'm a rare breed of dragonborn.
Who
I
in
just-
particular?
I don't really know your culture.
I'm a prince. High level nobility.
Cool. I can turn into an elk.
Who of your enemies would you think would potentially want to?
I don't know their names. They just come every so often. Most of the times, they don't get this far.
Do you have any enemies that are usually sometimes in dark cloaks with scorpions on their backs?
Dan, do I?
Or their fronts.
Not to your recollection.
Not that I recall.
Dan,
Hmm?
who was Vulcan again?
What?
Falcon?
Vulcan.
Vulcan.
You know that he heads up the Uncloaked. You know that the Uncloaked are
help.
based in Kunthur.
This is where my chewed up notes
Ah.
would come in handy.
You know that he is the man who is essentially heading up the Uncloaked. You know that the Uncloaked are based in Kunthur. That's all we know.
Got you.
Do we maybe want to try to see if we can make another friend?
I hear there's an owlbear nearby.
Well, we tried that, and he doesn't really like. When I showed the cloak, it kind of didn't.
I don't think he liked you, period.
Well, I look like a goat, so there was something there apparently.
I could look like a real goat. Oh no, he'd want to eat me. No. Never mind.
That could go interestingly.
No. Not gonna try that.
I mean, while the owlbear may be strong, I'm not sure how much a wild animal can be useful in achieving our objectives.
First of all, you watch your mouth. Wild animals are incredibly useful. You just don't get it because you're too busy playing Prince.
I was in a castle for a long time.
I lived in a tree for 8 years. You don't see me bragging.
What is there to brag about?
I'm gonna learn a banishment spell.
Just for him.
Just
It's-
for you.
It's not on your spell list.
Plot twist is I'm the villain.
Done.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
regardless, the Uncloaked, it needs to come to an end.
I think so.
I mean, I don't disagree with that.
The question is whether or not we'd be able to do it, the three of us.
Yes.
Well, if we get in there, find Jack and Tara. Hopefully they're not switch sides or anything like that. Then that would be the 5 of us, and it'd be much easier to deal with the rest of the objectives in Kunthur.
Good point. And remind me, do we know where their base is located or their HQ?
Kunthur. That's all you know.
Super. Let's go infiltrate something.
So disguise self, and then we put on cloaks.
Yeah. What if, hear me out, what if we brought Iridosoclitus's necklace and say that we are on...
Not the name.
Sorry, it's...
Guys, I could do a trick, and I want to minor illusion the necklace in my hand, even though it's gonna stay there if I move.
I thought you couldn't do magic.
I can make these simple things.
She just
but
cantrips.
they're not actual things.
So would it be dangerous? Well, why not have the real thing?
The real thing, you would know that the real thing involves Irid literally being in it, which is not at his control.
Oh, so it doesn't exist unless he's in it?
No.
The item exists. The item essentially exists as Irid, almost sort of like when he phases out, the necklace is left in place.
I thought it was like he's always wearing it, but then sometimes he like gets vacuumed into it.
It's. I think you're possibly thinking sort of Vexalia's necklace for trinket that sort of like he can live in, but no.
Totally, I definitely listened to season 1.
Yeah, no, it's not like that. It's literally it's either Irid or necklace.
Or necklace. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, then I like this illusion idea.
And I can't actually, if I cast the illusion, can it like follow, like say if I have it in my hand, can I make it follow me? I'm looking at the spell and it doesn't really say anything. It just says you create a sound or an image of an object within range that lasts for the duration. And if you create an image of an object such as a chair, muddy footprints, or a small chest, it must be no more larger than a 5-foot cube. The image can't create sound, light, smell, or any other sensory effect. Physical interaction with the image reveals it to be an illusion because things can pass through it.
See, that to me says it would be in place because
Yeah,
your
it can't move if
it would just be where it was.
Yeah, that he has passed through it.
You could essentially you could minor illusion it onto the floor and it would be on the floor because the floor doesn't move, doesn't have a physical interaction per se. It just kind of like hovers there. But if anything tried to pick it up, it would just be straight through it.
What if we put it in like a box?
Still.
The box,
So, like,
the box
that
would
way-
move, whereas the floor wouldn't move.
Well, no.
The box, if it,
Right. So the box, obviously being able to,
Out of the box.
holding the box
Well,
and then
yeah.
minor illusion
So-
it in the box.
And then I can dismiss it whenever I want to. Like, so if we show it quick and then close it, and I can dismiss it.
I'm real good with a tree. I know my way around some wood, baby.
Wait, could we also wait? Because you could turn into animals, Vistra.
Elk.
Could
I
you,
can
like,
turn into elk.
You can't turn into anything else.
I don't
Could you
think
turn
so.
into like something like small, like a mouse?
I thought you can turn to animals that you've seen. Have you only ever seen an elk?
Because we can go ahead and
Well, there's a.
She lived in a tree. Come on.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, she saw an elk. No
Like a
birds,
bird.
no squirrel. She doesn't get fly until later, I think.
I know I can swim.
Wild shape.
That's what it's called. I was like, what's this called?
Yeah, it's wild shape. You can basically turn into also a beast of sort of like max CR of 1 to 4.
1-4.
Because I'm kind of like half thinking Dan knows probably the situation where someone goes and does a recon as a mouse.
Oh, do we know what type of circle you have this as Vistra?
You know nothing, Jon
Snow.
Snow.
No, she's a druid. She's a druid. It's okay, I'm just a monk.
There's a fungus among us.
A monk.
Mhm.
Oh, I would love to be an awakened shrub. Sign me up.
Go in as a shrub.
That will be hilarious. Yeah, there are so many things.
Yeah, it is a lot. Elk is just my personal favorite.
So you could do something small, potentially go see what's going on.
I could be a giant centipede.
Could be a baboon.
Babooms.
Badger.
I don't think
You could be a blink dog.
a what?
Boink dog?
A blink dog.
Oh, blink dog! Nugget!
Yep.
Oh, rip.
Well, you could blink in and out of there. You could be there, and then... Not that Quinn would know. Quinn wouldn't, I don't think, know.
Blink.
Blink dog.
I mean, I know what like woofers are.
So...
I don't think I can be anything of that small. I mean, hold on.
You can be a rat.
Rat, mouse.
Yeah, I was gonna say I know I could be like a gaggle of rats or something like that.
All the rats.
All the rats, a whole gaggle.
Yeah, you yourself could indeed turn into a rat. It's challenge 0, so.
BRB, gotta Google something. Google with Oh wait, I'm way too far. I have the most ghetto sticky notes of like. It's just sad.
Just quick out of character time check, Sarah. Is it currently 9:20 for you?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Cool, that's fine. Just so I can work out when I need to end my time.
No, you're fine.
That's- right.
I found it.
I'm gonna let you discuss this while I quickly go to the toilet.
Yeah.
Oh, Dan's got I'm good too.
If Dan's going, I'm gonna go. What?
Okay, guys, quick look at the screen.
Perfect timing.
What should we do?
Woof. Doggo.
I think we should kill everyone right now.
Wow.
Just
I'm liking this idea of if I can find a good. Yeah, if I can find a. Yeah, I'm trying to find the. Poop. Where is? Oh, I have to go all the way in the back, I think.
so what are you looking for?
Just want to see. I could turn into a cat. Challenge rating 0.
The question is, we want to try to be as stealthy as possible, and would a cat?
Good point. Good point. I just like cats.
A rat has keen smell, and you have advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on smell.
Ow.
You got right there.
Yep.
We're discussing how we're going to kill everyone.
Okay, that's fine. What are you doing?
Oh my gosh, I could be a mule. That way I could actually be a jackass. No, we're not doing that. Okay. I'm thinking rat might be the best option. Very low key. I thought it was something where I had to choose one creature. Sorry, yawning. I had to choose one creature and I couldn't like be anything else. But then I remembered that I'm dumb and that's not accurate. I'm thinking rat. is where it's at,
Because you have dark vision,
which I already have.
and then also keen smell.
Yeah. I can also bite things.
You could bite, but you only have 1 hit point.
Shit.
So
What could possibly go wrong?
as
Yeah.
low key and stealthy as you can.
That's a horrifying idea.
I don't. The dog's out. Sorry.
Oh, we
Killed it.
heard.
We killed Sparkles in the meantime.
Nope. No, I didn't.
How do you know?
Because who else you would be celebrating? Because how much money you get for selling off my body?
Truth.
Right, yeah, true.
Well, first we need to figure out where the headquarters is, because anything that we're planning now is irrelevant until then.
Well, it's in Kunthur. We just need to figure out this. We need to do a recon to figure stuff out. So, Vistra says she could turn into a rat.
All
Right.
right.
It's where it's at. So if we find, shoot faster, Dan. If we find out, to figure out where they're hiding, I can just scope it out, but gotta figure out where they at.
Why does you have Pringle heads behind your curtains?
Because I had Pringles on my desk earlier, and I don't have any room on my desk right now.
You don't have your Pringles there? That's weird.
Wow.
You don't put them in your
Silent
window.
Yeah, I always put my Pringles in the window.
See, when
Nope.
It's actually a safety measure in most countries.
Countries. We live in the same country.
So you're turning into a rat and going to scope it out?
We need to figure out where they are first.
Can you talk as a rat, or do you lose all human speech?
No, I cannot talk to you as a.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
Yeah.
Squeakers.
she can understand. She could understand Tyler, right?
Yeah, but
I just can't relay any information. I think I can do this once per day. And back into the book I go.
I think twice.
It's either once or twice. It is twice.
Twice, and you can stay in B shape for a number of hours equal to half your druid level. So at the moment, 1 hour.
Yeah. So when we do this, we have to make sure that we're pretty much in and out and ready to go.
We just need you to recon, and then we can.
I'm reconning the whole thing as a rat. I'm not going to get very far.
I mean, we get up close to the city, hide, and then send Vistra out.
You get enough of an idea of maybe where things are. You don't need to like go into detail, just enough to kind of be low key,
Get
but
the
like
gist.
yeah,
What part of me is low key?
true, very true.
Just saying.
Just don't
Anyway.
die, please.
Well, yeah. Well, that's more of my worry. Okay.
So,
So we're going to keep heading, get as close to Kunthur before going actually into the city.
Okay. How are you approaching? Are you just walking up? Or are you trying to stay hidden?
hidden, but also trying to see if we see any more guys in the trees trying to shoot.
Oh, shit. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Okay. In that
Forgot
case, whoever's heading up, keeping an eye, because I'm assuming you're all keeping an eye for people in trees.
Hey, Razman. We're going to see what Razman does.
Indeed. So perception check for that, and then stealth rolls for everyone, please.
Oh, boy.
Perception of 17.
Perception 17. Looking about, looking at the trees. No obvious movement other than a few birds here and there. Sort of like one fluttered from a nearby tree, and your eyes shoot towards it. Realize it's just a bird. Nothing else there. So far, so good.
So, yeah, I have to roll with disadvantage. I got
Yeah, you
15
do.
on one of them, and I got a 1 on the other one.
I got a 21.
21. And what was yours? Sorry, Tyler.
You can take
I got with disadvantage. I got 15, and then the other one was a 1.
A natural 1.
Yeah.
Good times.
Oof.
Okay.
Screwed.
Vistra, stealth.
And this is for stealth. 18.
18. Okay. That's fine. You begin approaching. You're keeping an eye on the trees. Irid keeping a very firm eye on the trees, doesn't quite see the rock in the plains that he's walking towards as you're going towards Kunthur, and trips with a clatter of plate. You all stay still a moment. Look
I
around.
think I'm wearing chainmail.
Clatter of metal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm wearing plate, my armor class can be higher.
Pedant. That's fine. So, yeah, clatter of metal. Sort of like you all stay still. Look around. Moment passes. Another moment. No seam of movement. All seems fine. Get up and continue towards Kunthur. Now that you're sort of on the outskirts of Kunthur, again, trying to keep hidden, trying to use sort of like the natural terrain, sort of like trees here and there, sort of like as you can. You can now see Kunthur sort of like quite clearly. What you see is a variety of ruined buildings, sort of like some obvious residential areas. One that looks to be sort of a ruined temple of some kind. The sides of it worn away from time and just neglect. You can see a well in the centre that all the buildings seem to almost surround. Vistra, make a perception check, please.
Oh, that's a nat 20. Heyo.
Nat 20, okay. Looking about, you don't see any movement. This here is the well, by the way. Looking around, you don't see any movement. You do notice instantly from your time in the local area, the well itself is not the same stone as the buildings surrounding it. It looks newer. It looks less degraded. That strikes you as a bit odd. The town itself is quiet. You can hear wind and nothing else, and your own footsteps.
Y'all know I know my way around some rocks and some wood. Let me tell you, this well is very much newer. Not good, not brand new,
You're currently here, by
but
the way.
newer. What?
Currently sort of like around here, around this outskirts of the trees, just sort of like looking on at the town.
It's just different.
Okay. You think something's up with it?
Probably.
Is that where we should have you recon?
I don't know. Something about being a rat in a well kind of. They don't do so well in the water. Is there like a bucket you can lower me down in?
There's no structure above the well. It is literally just a sort of like a circular well opening. There's no kind of pulley structure above it. You can see post like what remains in the ground as the very shortened stumps of where the structure originally stood, but it is long gone.
Don't like that.
Just looking. Are we? Where are we at again? I didn't see you the first.
You are.
It's a Bob!
You're currently sort of you're currently within this area of trees here, sort of like you've approached.
Oh, okay.
You've approached from sort of like the southeast, crossing the road. You're sort of like now sort of like on the outskirts of Kunthur. Apart from your trip, you're fairly certain that nothing is around you. Vistra especially certain that there's zero movement in the town.
I don't think the map's to scale, Aaron. I don't know if that's 100 feet away from
Map
us.
to scale, Dan.
The map is not really to scale, no. The map is.
I didn't think so.
The map is a sort of a visual representation of the rough layout.
I'm
the
pretty
ruined
sure
temple,
entire
ruined
town
temple you
is
can
not
see is
100
here.
feet.
This one here is the ruined temple.
Okay.
Okay.
The rest seem to be varying sizes of residential, potentially, stores. You assume one may have been a tavern at some point
In a past life.
in the past life. Yeah, it's with it being abandoned. It seems a lot of it just seems to be like falling. You can see through most of the buildings there. They're that in ruin.
Are there like buildings close enough that we could send like a recon like Bob in first?
There's close by buildings.
Do we just want to check those out quick to make sure?
I guess.
Yeah, let's go.
So that way we're not wasting her wild shape.
Okay. Which building do you want to go
We
near?
should slowly, I think, start checking them out as we can.
Do we want to spread out?
And maybe start. Well, I don't know if we want to. If we just send Bob in,
No, so let's just go in.
A hand is okay. We want to go in.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
What's the worst that could
We have a dragonborn that's not too stealthy, as we just found out back there.
Hmm.
No, it's a little clunking around.
Do we want to focus mainly on like that big temple and the well?
I'll check out the well.
Okay.
You guys
Hmm.
can check the houses.
I don't think there's much here, but I guess we can investigate.
Okay, so Vistra's checking out the well. Quinn is checking out.
I'm gonna go with. I don't know if we want to do a tag team or not with things. If not, I can go off. I do have stealth.
Mm,
I am proficient in stealth. But that does not mean I'm gonna roll well.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't.
For you, it'd be easier, Arid, to just send Bob out. Because he's having a small hand is a lot stealthier than having a.
A big hand.
Yeah, well, Biss is stealthier than I am. I can't. I am quite in a helpless state while I'm viewing through him.
Do you want me then to stay back and we can kind of tackle it building by building?
I suppose that could work.
And then Vistra, you go check out that well while we.
Mhm.
Okay, we're gonna do that.
Okay, that's fine. In that case, can make an investigation check for you looking for Biss and Vistra if you're heading towards the well. Are you doing so sort of like fairly stealthily or?
No, not at all.
Okay, that's fine. In that case,
I'm moseying. Yeah.
okay, that's fine. Make your investigation check for the well, please.
I want to look for any stones that just don't seem to match
Okay.
within the well itself.
Okay.
How do you feel about you said perception?
Investigation.
Oh, how about a 3?
3. Okay. That's fine. And yours, Irid?
19 total.
19 total? Okay. So sending Biss out. Scurries off towards the building. So you can see him sort of like, popping in and out of the rubble. You using your blind sight sort of like within the 30 feet range of Biss. Most of the building seems to have collapsed. A lot of the furniture you can find sort of like, bits sort of like, that is still existed that hasn't rotted away or been gnawed at by any kind of wildlife is in tatters. There's no fabric. There's only sort of like the sturdiest of wood left, and again that's been pock-eaten. There's woodworm in it. It's infested. You do manage to find in the one of the nearby buildings a small dagger.
A small what?
A small dagger.
Oh, dagger. I heard
A dagger.
dagger.
A dagger. Very well preserved, considering sort of like Biss was in and out of the rubble and finding it sort of like tucked in a corner in a house. Remnants of what looked to be sort of like wooden shards around it. So assumedly a stone from a house has smashed open a chest.
Can Biss drag it back while still walking? I'm like, I don't know how.
I'd say it'll take him. It'll take him a little bit. It's not exactly the most useful thing for it to do, but yeah, it manages to sort of like essentially sort of like just as it's walking, just nudge it along towards you.
Okay.
Quinn, you see sort of like this hand sort of just pushing this shiny metal thing back towards you in a very sort of occasionally it has to go round and sort of like because the handle's spun round, so it's trying to not flick the blade for its own self-preservation.
Oh, there's no sheath to it at all.
No, it is just
Oh, okay.
on its own. Yeah, I say it takes you a good 10-15 minutes to return this, but you manage to do it. So you can make a note of one ornate dagger in your inventory.
Ooh, okay.
You gotta have that.
Vistra, you just stride past, sort of like Biss sort of like begins setting off, and you just go whatever and just walk past him, sort of like just you have fun going towards the well. Looking around it again, you have noticed that the well is slightly different, slightly different stone to the rest of the buildings. You also notice, because it is fairly obvious, there are 7 bricks around the well which have carvings on them. Looking at them, the first is a carving of a sword. Moving round clockwise, the next one is a carving of a mace. The next one is a carving of a sand timer.
Of a what?
A sand timer, an hourglass.
Oh.
Okay, the next one is a carving of a bow. The next one is a carving of a scorpion. The next one is a carving of a tree.
I like trees.
And the final one is a carving of flowing water.
Is there any kind of like gap or spacing?
Make a perception check.
Oh, I like those. I like those a lot. Damn. Why? Just why? 15.
15. You do see that, sort of walking around it and looking at it, the sword, the sand timer, the scorpion, and the water all seem to have a very light gap around them compared to the rest, which are very
sword,
flush.
Scorpion,
The
sand timer,
and the water.
You said there's a gap in them?
There's kind of like a gap around the outside, like the brick itself may or may not move.
I'm going to wiggle it.
Which one?
I want to wiggle the scorpion.
The scorpion, okay. You wiggle it and it pushes in.
Guys!
And then comes back out to its resting place again.
Guys!
Can we hear? I think we're too far away, aren't we?
It's quiet enough in this town that you can hear sort of like Vista. You can't really make out words, but you can hear Vista going from a distance.
Oh, she's turned into an elk again.
Definitely stealth. Yeah, this is definitely stealth at this point.
I guess there's no point in me not going now.
Let's just go.
All right.
Let's just go.
Okay. Making your way over there, you all
We
now
also-
reconvened
have
around the
left-
well.
Pat and Poke somewhere safe.
Oh, Jesus. We left them some.
Where
Let's
have you left them in the
kill
tree?
the
Are
horses.
they in the tree line?
Sure.
Yes.
Kill the
they've been
horses, make them
tied
to
up.
jerky.
Okay.
We need to sell them so that way we can stop having to care about them because we did not think this through originally.
You wanted to buy some horses?
I thought we had the responsibility level of a regular adult.
But obviously, we lost 2 of our party members, so I don't know if we can take care of 2 horses.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so reconvening around the well. You guys meet Vishnu there, who's currently looking slightly excited, alarmed, and concerned.
It's a lot of emotions. Guys, I just poked it. Watch, just watch it. I'm going to wiggle the scorpion stone again. It does a thing. Wells, every well I've used hasn't done that. I don't know what kind of wells you used.
You had wells and trees?
I've never seen this before.
Listen, I've not always lived in trees. Thank you.
Well, I wasn't sure.
But that hourglass and the scorpion match up with the stone you have.
I know, that was my original thought, was that, yes, I have this pretty pebble.
And we've seen the scorpion on like things like this.
Everything. So many
iron
things. at
Daggers
this
that I
point.
got back on session 0. Because I have 2 daggers in my thing, and I think those are.
So glad that you use weapons.
I completely. Yeah, hey, I could use the daggers, guys! I could use daggers.
Is there? You said it matches the scorpion stone you have. Is there no space for
Well-
it at all?
That's kind of what I was asking Dan, as if there was space for the little pebble.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
So, do we maybe want to try hitting 2 of them at the same time?
Oh,
What do we see down the well?
Make a perception check.
I didn't think to look down the well.
Why,
the
yeah,
hallway?
no, I have
This
to
is
make a
why he's the
perception
smart
check.
one. He's the smart one.
He's also the tall one.
That's a 9 total.
9 total. Looking down the well, it seems quite deep. It seems very deep. One thing you do notice is there's no kind of sound coming from it. Like there's no water sound coming from it.
Well, well, well. What do we have here?
First face palm of the campaign.
I hear no water. Okay.
Usually wells have water, unless it's dried up.
Say I'm gonna push someone in, but that probably is not a good idea.
Please don't.
I don't have any strength. It's okay.
Okay. Biss has a climb speed. I don't know how that works.
Okay.
Like, can you just climb walls?
If the walls are climbable, so he would have to find leverage on it.
I have rope. What if we tie the rope around Bob?
The lower.
Is that how that works?
I mean, can you just hold on to the rope?
That's
Because I
true.
have 50 feet of rope. Kitty.
I mean, that would give us some vision in there.
Should we do it?
Is that all the rope we have? Do I have rope?
Bob on a rope? Well, we don't even know how deep it goes.
Technically, all should have an adventurer's kit, which I think most have 50 feet of hemp and rope in them. As a standard kind of D&D basic starter, you have this.
Here, Bob, hold on to the rope, and we'll lower you down.
Okay. As you're lowering her down, I'm just going to switch it to Bob's side.
Okay, that's fine. So you lower down 5 feet, 10 feet. Looking through Biss, you look around and see walls of the well. 15 feet, 20 feet, and you notice there's an opening in the side of the well, about 20 feet down.
Okay.
There's the stone around here sort of like seems again a little bit different again. It seems almost a little bit pale, a little bit sandier. There is a door inset about 10 feet in from this opening. You can see, because you've got 30 feet blind sight, you can sense that the door itself has it's actually you can tell it's a door because it seems to have kind of like a mechanism. It seems to have an offset, but it is made of stone. The front of the door is a giant brass scorpion adornment on it, with the tail curving over the arch of the top, the claws coming down, and what appears to be something inset in the moor at the centre of the door.
Okay. I'm gonna pop out of this site and be like, stop the rope. Just hold it there. There seems to be a door about 20 foot down the well, with a giant brass scorpion on the door.
That's concerning.
Press the scorpion.
I've already done that.
Press it again. Well, we have Biss down or Bob down there.
Okay.
Let me go back into his sight. So I jump back into Biss eyes.
Okay.
I wiggle the scorpion.
No
Nothing
change.
with the door.
See nothing.
Okay, pop back out. Didn't see anything happen.
Well, we have the stone had the hourglass and the scorpion. What if we press both at the same time?
Okay.
What if I go down there, squeeze my way underneath the door?
We do have a rope, and we could get you down there.
I'll do it.
Is there still? Could you still go farther down?
Yeah,
Dan?
there's still the well itself still goes further down, beyond Biss's sight.
But there's a door with a scorpion.
Yeah, about 20 feet down.
Do you want
So when the rope, when we were lowering the rope, there's no like bottom to it. There's no flat land or anything.
The only
It's just
flat
the
land is
door.
just in front of the door. So if you imagine a well is coming down like this, it's inset in from the side of that well.
So you're telling me it's easy.
20 feet down.
Well, I'm willing to try and possibly die. So, so let's say we go down. How would we get down there from here?
Okay, so we can lower you down on the rope. I send Biss with you. We try and open up the door from pressing buttons up here, and maybe the stone is used somehow down there. And because
Yeah.
I can see with Biss, you can just
I don't know
hold
that
up
I could carry it.
Hmm?
I don't know that I could carry the stone.
How big's the stone?
It's like the palm of your hand, but I'm a rat?
It's palm size.
No. I'm not saying as a rat. I'm saying as
Oh,
a
as me.
dwarf that we both lower you down, we anchor you to something, and then we can press the buttons. The stone mechanism.
Oh, that's. I thought you were talking about this. Never mind.
Yeah, but there might be a slot for the stone on the door or something.
Okay, if I go down and then I climb back up, then we know I need the stone. Otherwise, I'm not taking the stone.
You want to make 2 trips? Would it be easier?
Maybe I do. Maybe I want to make things hard for myself.
Are you going down as a rat or are you going down as...
Go
dwarf?
down as a dwarf.
Why would I go down as a dwarf? That would catch so much more. What if there's like a dude, a bouncer?
Then
There's no one there. I would have seen them.
charm him.
I've done it before.
Make
All
friends.
right. Well, I guess then lower me is me.
I hope you're strong, Sparkles, because I am not.
I'm decently strong.
Okay, I guess we're gonna lower Vistro down.
Okay, so you take the rope.
I'm
Are
doing
you
that.
pulling Biss up?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pulling Biss up, sort of like, again, taking the rope and fixing it around Vistra. Are you going to attempt to lower her down to the ledge?
Yes.
Okay. Are you helping Quinn?
Yes. I'm at least gonna be like an anchor if I can.
Okay. Make so Irid strength check with advantage because you are gaining help.
Strength check? Yeah, okay.
What could possibly go wrong?
17.
17. Okay, that's fine. So Vistra, you get lowered down again, sort of like trying to sort of like just palm your way down the side of the well, sort of as you're kind of like almost abseiling down towards this thing. You get down 10 feet, 15 feet, and your feet suddenly sort of like as you go slightly lower down you can sense the void sort of in the wall. You lower down and are you going to try and get onto the inner ledge?
So, yep.
Okay, make me a dexterity check.
I don't like this. Oh, I really don't like this.
What?
6.
6, okay.
That face was not a good face, Dan.
It's fine, it's fine.
I just lost Vistro, guys.
You try and grab the sides, but they are sort of like quite slippy. It takes you a moment, and your foot sort of like manages to find purchase on the floor before sort of falling backwards.
Oh, fuck.
And you swing, thankfully being attached to the rope, and sort of like, it takes you a moment, but you do manage to get on the ledge. I'm not that mean.
But can you imagine though, like they're just holding this, like, all right, she's got a ground, and just all of a sudden there's.
Why is the rope suddenly lighter? No, you managed to sort of like you managed to find your way onto the ledge. Your heart beating a little bit faster than normal. But you are currently faced. So in front of you, you do see, as described, this stone door. You look at it and you see that it is very, though you can tell there is a gap sort of like around it. It's very flush to the opening. The brass scorpion. You can see sort of like the tail with the sting curving over. Let's do it that way. Curving over the top of the door and going into the body. The claws coming out and sort of like almost to a central point in the centre. The claws you notice are visibly sharp. The actual sort of like inside edges of the claws are very visibly sharp. The maw in the centre, you can see sort of like an actual. It's almost like a raised surface. The first thing you notice is there's nowhere to put a stone. This surface in the middle of the maw. Again, you can tell there's a gap around it. It looks like it's a button almost.
She said it's not a place for the stone.
No.
Vistra, what do you see?
A door.
Cool.
Yeah.
Make me a perception check, actually, if you're looking at the door.
Okay. I was gonna say, is there like a slot? It was a natural 3, which makes it a 9. I was gonna say, does it?
It's a very shiny-looking scorpion.
Don't I know it? Is there like in the door like a little slot where someone like would like open it and be like, "What's the password?" and then close it?
No, the scorpion itself takes up a vast majority of the centre of the door.
Do you want us to press any of these buttons?
Yeah, sure.
I want to press the scorpion.
Press the scorpion. Okay.
Oh my god, that's the one we've pressed 4 times.
Nothing.
I want to press both the scorpion and the hourglass at the same time.
Okay. They are sort of like around this well, sort of like it's your arms aren't that long.
Sparkles, come help me with this. Press the hourglass for me.
Okay. I pressed the hourglass at the same time she pressed.
Okay. Both move in. Vistra,
Yeah.
you hear a grinding behind you, and as you turn, you see from the other side of the well
This is gonna be a staircase?
a ledge coming out at the height of the floor that you're currently standing on. And it meets the ledge where you are, encompassing the bottom of the well. So you currently have essentially a platform that you could walk out onto.
The hard way!
You pressed one button
I was
out of
trying
4.
to tell you let's press multiple ones.
I was down for it.
I could have pressed anything. I was like, you pissed.
Well, then you said let's press buttons, and you're like, never mind, let's just send the hand down.
Press buttons while the hand was down there.
So there is currently 20 feet down from the top of the well a solid surface that meets where the door is.
Can Quinn safely jump down there?
Yeah, make me an
No.
acrobatic check.
No. Quinn's not jumping down first. Help Sparkles get down first. Then you can jump your monk shit down.
Wait, how do we get back out if you jump down? Okay, never mind. Too late.
It's too late. It's already happened. Nothing happened. She saw it happen. So yeah, 19, Dan.
19. Nice hero landing on the ledge. You're down there.
I'm down here, guys. Is there something wrong, Sparkles?
Quinn, how do you plan on getting back up?
I can jump. Did you not know that?
How do you plan on getting Vistra back up?
As long as there's the rope, I can turn into a rat and climb up.
Is there any place to anchor the rope nearby?
There's enough broken buildings within the vicinity you can find a decent chunk to be able to anchor the rope onto.
Okay. I guess I'll just tie up the rope and climb down and join you guys.
Hell.
Yeah.
Good.
So
Alright.
climbing down, you're all now all stood in front of this door.
There's a platform.
We
Yeah.
didn't press the other buttons.
But what if the other buttons did other things that we don't want them to do? We just know Scorpion and Hourglass. And only Vistra saw that the sword and the water symbols were buttons.
No, I think you saw them too.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, things changed. Things changed. Oh no. So
And
there's-
now we're all down here, and I have to become a rat to get back up. And I mean, I'm surprised Eric can even fit in here because he's so freaking tall. I don't know how to open this door.
Sparkles, you want to look at this and maybe see if you can figure it out?
I can try.
I punch things. I don't do well with doors.
Okay. Make a perception check. Or make an investigation check.
Good. When I have a bonus in. 14.
14. Looking around again, sort of like you notice the central sort of like, in the middle of the mold button. You also notice that the claws do seem to have almost like a slight stain to the blade, and where they sort of like meet, they almost seem to sort of like disappear slightly into the door. It's almost like the inside of the claws have like a very thin, very small recess that filters into the door.
Okay.
And they're really sharp.
They are very sharp.
Oh no. Oh no.
That noise.
Well, I'm assuming this door might open with something to do with its claws, but I'm not
They are
positive.
sharp.
Yes.
They're claws, so you're not positive. I see what you did there.
I wasn't trying that.
Sure. Whatever you say, Princey. So their claws like meh claws? Or their claws like meh?
Sharp.
I think
Or
they're
Or
like
like
this.
pinchers?
Scorpion claws.
Like, okay, so they're
Crab.
of the
You said the claws seem stained? It was just like one stain or like heavily stained on both of them?
coffee stain, tomato soup stain.
It's gonna be blood.
Blood stain.
It does. It's a very sort of like almost like there's varying shades of slightly red to brown, and they do seem to almost like the stain almost seems to kind of flow downwards into the very small recesses that are kind of like inside the claw. It's almost like the claw itself is kind of curved round and goes into the door, and the stain follows that curve and goes through a very small, minute hole into the door itself.
Okay. Can you tune down the soundscape a bit? It's getting like loud over here.
Yeah, that soundscape escalated quickly, didn't it?
Yeah. Thank you. Well, I think I have an idea about how to open the door. We may have to prick ourselves on these claws and let some blood enter the door. It's stained.
But like, what kind of diseases are we talking about on this stained knower?
I'm not a healer. I wouldn't know.
Gross. But also, there's a whole lot of we. I feel like only one of us needs to do it.
There's 2 claws. I think it would be easier having 2 people do it instead of training person twice.
I don't know. I think we're all playing the nose goes except for you right now.
Because that's a meta level and I wasn't looking. You dicks.
No, we're doing it. We're doing it in the game too.
I'm using persuasion to make sure I don't do it. I'm gonna persuade.
I would
Just-
actually have to
I know.
agree.
I'm gonna persuade
Persuade.
Quinn to do it.
Oh. I was gonna say I don't think Irid should do
Nope.
it because what if that sets off some sort of like blood alarm that
Yeah.
the quote unquote pearly boy is here.
No.
Just
No.
How
Are you-
about we like Bob could do it.
It's not real hand. Well, I mean,
Bob
it is.
doesn't have blood.
Bob doesn't have blood. Okay.
He's undead. Undead don't have blood.
I'll roll you for it.
We're gonna roll for.
hmm
So all of us roll for the nose goes.
No, well, not all of us. It's between you and me.
Well, we can't.
I don't know how that would work into all of it.
Out of curiosity, what can you see on your Roll20 screens at the moment?
Roll 20. Hold on, let me pull it up.
I could
A
see just
little like circle with a
Little
doorway.
circle, yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I did it right. Go me.
I need sure I do dynamic lighting, Dan.
In time.
Yeah. It's pretty fun. You'll like it.
I want to have persuasion off against Sparkles.
There you go. Oh, against
Alright.
him. No, he shouldn't do it. Because I feel like the pearlescent one, or whatever they called him, it would set off
Iridescent.
some whatever that sparkly boy.
Well, blood could just be blood. Okay. Okay, so we're doing it. Persuasion off.
Ha! Natural 20!
Fudge nuggets. It would have been an 18 for me.
Yeah, that's a total of 25.
What are you doing, Quinn?
She's putting her hand on there.
How close is everyone else to the door?
So you're all up. You're assuming on the ledge.
The other two investigated it, didn't they?
Yes.
So they might be closer.
You're all.
You lost the persuasion.
Yeah,
off.
you lost your persuasion. He persuaded you to do it.
You're all on the ledge.
You persuaded me that he's not going to do it. Doesn't mean.
So that means it's a higher chance
I'm gonna
of.
put my fucking hand on the thing. How about that?
You doing that?
So circular, yes.
Okay, you
Christ.
place your hand on it, and the claws themselves, ever so slightly, retract in and just lightly slice your fingers. You feel sort of like the blood drip out. You take 1 point of slashing damage, and you feel sort of like you see the blood drip. Then you see it suddenly go and be pulled into the door. At which point you hear and the door itself shakes and begins to lower.
Just out of curiosity, what kind of door was it?
This is a big stone door with a brass scorpion on it.
It's not nearly as
And the
fun.
door begins to sort of like lower down. And you see in front of you a long corridor with a slight recess on the left-hand side. The corridor itself is very dimly lit. A few torches down. I'll just probably give you a little bit more. Okay. There are, from what you can see, 3 doors. These not stone, these plain, fairly dark wooden. The corridor itself seems to be made of almost sort of like really light, sandy stone. It's not the stone that you see generally from the area that's made from the Antillian Mountains quarry and the Grinjaw stonemasonry. This seems a very different stone. Please ignore the random shouting. That's not meant to be in the soundscape. I need to work on this one. The corridor seems empty. You notice the temperature is a little bit warm. It doesn't seem humid warm to say you're in a well. It just seems a nice temperate warm.
Sorry, my dog is being loud.
That's fine.
She's chewing on a bone. Okay.
But the place in front of you is now open. You see the corridor. I believe you should have control of your characters on the map.
You said it's not, what is it, Grimjaw?
Yeah, it's not Grinjaw stone. It's not the normal Antillian stone that the majority of the surrounding area is made from.
Okay. I guess I would just want to move forward. Like, well, the door is open. Let's see what else is in store for us.
I legit just accidentally closed roll 20. Give me a second.
That's fine.
Quinn's gonna follow behind because the sparkles they want. Oh no. Dan's
Am I this little one?
Yes.
Yes.
You're the dwarf with a beard.
Lol.
Always wanted to have a beard.
Alright. You said it's a wooden door. Does it have any kind of locks on it?
This one doesn't.
Okay. Do we just want to open it then? Battle stances?
They probably already know we're here with that door open
Yeah.
earlier, so let's just go.
Do you want to go in front, Quinn, since you like to jump ahead and punch everybody?
Well, I also can't take hits.
All right then.
You
That
have
is very contradictory.
All right. I guess I'll push open the door.
Okay. The door opens up, and you see a corridor. One dimly lit torch in the centre, and another door at the end.
There's nothing.
Oh,
Should we look at the other doors?
there's just another door, but we don't know what's at the end of this. Also, are any of us even really good at finding traps?
I would like to cast Detect Magic.
10-minute cast time if you're doing as a ritual.
I don't
We
believe
got
druids get
time.
ritual casting. I think that's a wizard thing.
Lots of classes have ritual. They can do it as
Yeah.
long as it's prepared. It's wizards and clerics that don't have to do it if they don't have to prepare the spell to cast it.
That's it. Tech magic casting time 1 action. It lasts up to 10 minutes,
Yeah.
but it only takes an action to cast. Okay, so
Just-
you cast detect magic.
I want to do it, in the room we're in before we walk through any doors, just
Okay.
to see if there's a faint glow to show us which way is the correct.
That's fine. So obviously it can't see through stone,
Right.
and through doors. You can see what is visible to you. No, from where you are, the only magic source you can see is currently on the floor behind you, from where you entered, which is the door.
The door itself.
Yeah, the door you entered through, the stone door with the brass scorpion.
Okay.
We want to see if there's maybe locks on those other 2 doors down the hall before we continue this way.
I mean, depends which doors. Just a matter of preference. Do you want to have to loop back or?
'Cause we don't have to go through them. We just can go and see if they open.
Okay.
We're gonna move down to the.
Did you cast that spell as a ritual, Sarah? Or-
all flying through.
Or just did you use a
Or
spell
sorry,
slot?
that's not a no. That's a spell slot.
Okay, that's what I was just checking because if it's a ritual tag, it does take 10 extra minutes.
I'm gonna go try to check out this other door.
Okay,
They're locked.
All right.
so you want to see if it's locked.
Yes.
Door, push against it. Opens up.
What do we see?
You see a corridor that curves round to the right. You can't currently see further than that yet.
We have corridors, guys, that we can, pick. Do we want to go check this last door since we're already checking doors?
Sure.
Okay, we're gonna go check this door.
Okay. Pushing against it again. Opens up into a corridor that curves round to the left. You can sort of see that this corridor is a much shorter corridor than the previous one you looked in.
Hey guys, we have 3 options. We
Hmm.
have this option, we have the first option, or we have that middle option.
I mean, we're already here. Why not?
Okay, so
Just
we want to
try
go down
this,
this one?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
That way, we only double back if we need to.
You have to look at every corridor. There might be loot.
True.
Come back. Well, let's start here and we'll go back our way through.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're coming. We're going in this corridor, Dan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Is
fine.
Detect Magic still active?
Yep, it's got
10 minutes.
It's got a 10-minute time on it, so I'd say you probably got about 9 minutes left of it in terms of like sort of carefully checking corridors. Okay, what are you doing?
Is this
Door locked.
another door?
Is there a lock?
Are you trying to open it?
Well, is there a lock on it, or is it just a normal door?
Just normal door, normal dark wooden door. Hinges. There's there's no handle. It just kind of like seems to sort of like have a small recess for you to be able to sort of put a hand to pull it should you want.
I guess just open it.
We've already been opening other doors.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You open this one up, and you see a couple of beds.
Ooh.
Is it empty?
Is it lit like the other rooms, or this room dark?
It's lit like the other rooms. You can see that the room continues round to the right from where you are, but without going into the room, you can't see much further.
They're empty beds, though.
They are empty beds.
The ones that we can see.
Do you want me to go search?
I think one could probably stealth into the room and let us know if it's
I'm
clear.
gonna do that.
True.
I'm gonna stealth.
Okay, so you're entering the room.
Yeah, stealthily.
Okay. Okay. Roll for stealth.
Oh, which one? Okay, I haven't told you yet. 11.
11, okay. You enter the room, and as you do, two arrows whip towards you. One misses by a country mile, but the other one, with a natural 19, does find purchase, and you take 2 points of piercing damage. Lucky.
Ouch.
And can we all roll initiative, please?
Hey guys, there's people here.
I think we can know that from the arrows. All right.
Yeah.
This one made this one this.
12 for me.
Okay.
Let's see. That's a 7 for me and a 8 for Biss.
Okay. And Quinn, what was yours, sorry?
17.
17, okay.
Oh, can I get a hand token, Dan?
Already got one. I will drag him to you. Hang on. Da-da-da-da-da.
Thank you.
Welcome. He's been there all along. Okay, so Quinn, Vistra was 12. Biss is 8. Was that a yes?
Well, yeah.
Okay, sorry. And they are there. Okay, cool. Top of the round. Quinn, you are in the room. You see there are 3 entities in here. They are humanoid. 2 of them wielding bows, 1 of them wielding a sword. All of them looking at the door like they were expecting you.
Hey guys. There's friends.
What are you doing?
Can I go back into the corridor and slam the door shut?
Go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. Okay, guys. There's 3 guys in there, and it looks like they're expecting us.
Okay.
And you ran?
Well, you know, if they have to come to us now.
Yeah, except they have us trapped in a corner.
If we can. I want us to keep heading towards. So. Oh no, no, there's me. Okay. Do we want to maybe? Oh God. Right. 6 seconds. So I've already moved some.
Indeed. You have moved. It would be your action to sort of like to close the door. So you do have 5, 10. You've got you've used 10 feet of movement, so you've still got, is it 35 you've got total?
I have
Or
40.
40. So you've got 30 feet of movement left should you wish to use it.
Can I kind of go to the door and kind of peek out and watch out this door?
Yeah, you can go over to that door, yeah.
And kind of
Yeah.
see if
In terms of perceiving, that'd be the next turn because you use your action to shut the door and get out of there.
I'm, ready
Vistra.
to-
Yep, Vistra with Biss on deck.
I'm doing the opposite thing. I'm actually going to go into the room and cast Entangle on all these fools.
Okay. What kind of save is that? What's the DC?
I'm gonna guess a dex.
It seems to be. I think
it's actually strength. No,
Dex or
strength.
strength. Yeah, strength.
Yeah.
Okay.
Strength 14.
First guy fails. Second guy passes with a just 14. Third guy fails. So,
Sweet. So it is going to be considered difficult terrain regardless.
okay,
But the 2 that failed are restrained,
okay, that's fine.
which gives
What's the radius of that? Without looking at it,
It's a 20-foot square.
20-foot square. Yeah.
20-foot square. Okay, that's fine. Wow, that perfectly fits in the
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
So we're talking this square here. You can't see where I'm marking.
No, you can just draw it.
Freehand. So yeah, you're talking this square here, assumedly.
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay. That's fine. Okay. So they're restrained. He's restrained. He is not. Okay. So are you moving any further? Is that the end of it?
Oh, that's gonna be the end of it for me.
Okay. Biss with Irid on deck.
All right. Let's see. We're just gonna put. This only has 20-foot movement. I'll hide him by this bed.
Okay. Is he trying to sneak in?
Yeah.
Make a stealth check for Biss.
Go down. Oh, 21 total.
Okay, that's fine. You believe Biss is well hidden. Is that the end of Biss' turn? Is Irid?
Yeah. Then I'm gonna come in and.
Wail on him, bruh.
Oh, there we go. That's my movement. I have 30. What is entangled? What does the restrain can do for them?
When someone is restrained, you get an advantage on attacks.
Oh.
I do believe. Let me double check.
Restrain attack rolls against creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. So I'm going to. That is an action. Okay, I'll save that then. Then, as my action, I'm just going to take my sword and I'll say while moving, I drew out my sword and shield, and I'm just gonna smack him with my sword.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. Make an attack roll.
With advantage because he's restrained, correct?
Yeah.
Attack was going to have advantage, yes.
All right. Bam. 16.
16 hits, roll damage.
Yeah. Get my longsword. Get out of the way, dear Junior. I have dice to roll.
Junior.
That's a 4 damage. with the
4
sword.
damage? Okay, you swing down and cleave down. You sort of like see the sword embed into the level armor, and he just like gives out a grunt as you see him kind of like just struggling, sort of like with his sword, sort of like against this sort of random entanglement that seems to have just sprung up and grabbed him. Okay, is that the end of your go?
I don't think I have anything I can do as a bonus action. No.
Okay, that's fine. So their turn. They will all, sort of like, this guy that you were attacking has a sword. He will try and swing it at you.
He has disadvantage.
He does not. His speed is 0. He has a disadvantage to dexterity saving throws, but being restrained, he does not have a disadvantage on attacks.
I see it as he does.
I'm ruling it as he doesn't because it is on my DM screen. The speed is 0. Attack rolls against it have advantage. It is at a disadvantage to dexterity saving throws. Nothing about its attacks.
Okay.
So it's restrained. He can't physically move himself, but he can still swing his arms. And that is a natural 19. So I'm willing to bet that hits you.
I have a 19 armor class. Is it tie or a beat?
Oh no, it's +2, so it's 21 total.
Okay.
And you take 3 points of slashing damage.
No.
As he finds a bit of a chink in sort of like the side of your arm. You feel sort of like a little bit of warm, sort of like pop up at your side. The other two, this one will fire at Vistra.
No.
And what's your AC?
What'd you roll?
10.
Ooh, 12, yay!
The other one will fire at Irid with a 13.
Nope.
And you feel it just fling off your shoulder. Quinn, it's on you. What are you doing?
I like to perceive to see if there's anything in the hallway.
Roll perception.
11 plus 2 is 13.
hallway itself seems pretty clear. There doesn't seem to be any movement in it from either of the doors. You can hear the sound of battle going on behind you.
Okay.
Quinn, get your scared ass in here.
This situation was different when she originally was in there. She's checking to make sure we're not getting, like, as you said, trapped in there. So she's gonna head back in.
Okay.
She's gonna try to stealth behind the bed.
Okay, that's fine.
Well,
Yeah,
they
I was gonna
already
say,
know we're here.
that's fine, yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
They don't know I'm in.
Roll stealth. See how sneakily you get in the room.
Natural one.
They very much see you.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, as you get in, Vistra sort of like looks at you and goes, "About time!" Very much announcing your presence to the room. Okay, Vistra. Speaking of, it's your go with Biss and then Irid on deck.
I'm debating.
Quick.
I know.
Kill them all. Meteor strike right here, right now.
I know. All right. Crap. I don't want to do this, but I'm going to. I'm going to stand next to Irid and call upon some lightning to radiate within this 15 feet between these two guys, just in this kind of boxiness.
Okay, what are you casting?
That would be Thunderwave, my friend.
Thunderwave. Okie dokie. ST.
It's a Constitution.
Constitution saving throw. Thunderwave. A 15-foot cube. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. So, with a 15-foot cube, you're only going to be able to get any one of them.
Wait, what?
It's a 15.
Yeah, this.
It's a 15-foot cube. So obviously, you're in a 20-foot cube and they're at the corners. So, a 15-foot cube, you're only ever going to be able to get one of them. Which
When
one
you
are
measure
hitting
it
with
at 15, it shows how far it takes to move there, not the total space.
Yeah. So each square
Even
being
if it's-
so each square being kind of like 5 feet. 15-foot cube will be a 3x3 square essentially.
Oh, okay. So it would be like that.
Yeah.
Gotcha,
So
gotcha.
yeah. So you're
Okay,
only going to
so
get
also-
any one of them. With
Okay, so Dia, I've just heard two different things about this. Is it 15 feet from me? Like, is it casting off of me? Or is it...
that. It's casting. Oh no. Yeah. Sorry. I do apologize. It is casting off of you. Self 15-foot cube. So where are you currently? Yeah. So where you are, you would hit Irid.
So it's like, it's not like in front of
15-foot
me, it's
cube.
like
Each
radiating
creature with
off of
a
me.
15-foot cube originating from you. So
Oh, yeah, you
15-foot
really-
cube.
Oh, well, it's a con save. I'll be fine.
But it's only hitting you, it's not gonna hit anyone else.
Okay. Well, then if it...
Yeah,
well, that's
yeah.
fine.
15-foot cube would basically just a ring around you.
Okay, so...
Ring of squares around you.
Hold on, let me measure where I've... Because I was like right here. So,
Shear it out of the way.
well, I mean, he's still gonna...
At the tank.
Hop onto the bed.
No. Well, then I wouldn't hit anyone. All right, so I still have 5 more feet of movement.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Aaron. I'm gonna give you a little zappy zap, probably.
Okay.
This
so
way.
casting Thunderwave.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a con save of 14.
Yeah, rolled a 6, so he definitely fails it. So that's 2d8 damage. Irid, if you can make a con save, please.
Sorry, Arid. That's not what I want.
That's a mighty 9.
Awkward.
So yeah, 2d8 damage on both Irid and the
Stop. Come
other
back.
guy.
Both aids.
I don't want to say it. It's a 5 and an 8.
Are you trying to hurt me?
No,
Okay.
I thought it was gonna emit in front of me, not
Okay.
all around me.
That's fine. That's fair. So you see Vistra sort of like go in the center and
It's okay, I'll bring you back.
hit the ground, and a enormously loud, thunderous echoes around the entire room. The blast itself knocks both the beds backwards, throws the Uncloaked against the wall, who slumps down, just completely outgone.
Sorry,
Irid,
Irid.
5, 10. You are pushed 10 feet backwards. Yeah, so that was a very, very loud noise in a very confined space.
It's a good thing that Quinn, we got that healing thing.
Hey guys, if they don't know we're here already, they're gonna know now.
Okay. What is Biss doing? Other than kind of like sitting there going, "Oh crap!"
Part of me wanted to, but he can't actually attack us. It's familiar. Difficult terrain. It costs twice the amount of movement to walk through it, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, this can't get near anyone. This is gonna turn to Vistra and just flip her off.
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay, Irid, what are you doing?
All right.
Turn into Vistra and flipping her off.
No, I'm walking.
Yeah, as a bonus.
Where can actually? How far is that range? Oh no, I got range on that. I'm yelling. First of all, just as a free thing, I'm yelling, "Ah, you stupid beard goblin!" The Vistra.
That's very hurtful.
All right, and then I'm first gonna do a. I'm gonna drop my sword and take out my diamond so I can do my chromatic orb, and I'm gonna send it towards the one that wasn't restrained, the top one.
Okay, that's fine. Roll to attack.
Come on. That is a 19.
19. That hits. Roll damage.
All right, 3d8. That's a 17 damage.
17 damage. You absolutely sort of like you see the what kind of damage is it?
I said poison.
Poison. You see this sort of like this blast sort of like fly towards it. It hits him, and you just see his skin turn green, and just blood start pouring from his eyes, and he just collapses dead. Very much dead.
Okay. As a bonus action, I want to do second wind.
Okay.
That's a smart idea.
That's wise.
And I get 5 HP back.
Sorry.
Fantastic. Okay. It is the
Goblin.
final guys go.
Just saw two of his friends get eliminated.
Wait, he's the one that's also tangled, right?
He is tangled. He is restrained.
So he can't even.
He's looking around, sort of like, and you can see sort of like a visible bit of panic in his eyes. But he also realizes that the only way out is through you guys. The nearest person is Vistra, so he's going to launch an arrow at you, and that's a 9. You feel the arrow sort of like just whiz past, and it embeds itself into the bed behind you. Quinn, you're up. Top of the round.
Want to talk to this dude?
You
Kinda
can
stuck.
try to talk to him.
I'm gonna take out one of those daggers I got from one of his dead friends way back on session 0.
Mhm.
And well, I'm gonna move up closer because otherwise I'm probably not gonna hit. Not going into like getting kind of close.
Okay.
Oh god, do we want to try to talk? Okay. I'm going to throw this dagger at this dude.
You throw it at him.
I'm gonna throw it at him.
Okay. Yeah. Make your roll. Add your dexterity mod.
7 plus 5 is 12.
Hits. Roll 1d4.
Yeah, 1d4.
Yeah, straight 1d4.
3 plus 3 is 6.
3 plus 3 is 6. That's fine. Just checking your proficiencies. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, 6.
It's a simple weapon, so I should be able to use it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep, 6. You see it embed itself into the guy's got. He reels over.
Hey, dude, you want to talk?
Fuck you.
Okay, guys, let's just fuck him up.
Vistra, to you. He is looking pretty fucking hurt.
This is just sick. I will drop Entangle.
Okay.
I will walk over to him,
Okay.
put my hand on his face, and cast Frostbite.
That's a con save?
Again. 14, yep.
Yeah, 11, so that's 1d6.
Yeah.
I know this because my sorcerer has it in my real life campaign. It's a
Ooh,
fun
it's
spell.
only a 2.
It's only a 2. Okay,
It's
that's
only
fine.
a 2.
You see sort of like the sort of like the cold almost like radiate around his face, and he grimaces through it. He's looking pretty fucked up, but he's still
You
standing.
sure you don't want to talk?
Oh, Dinaka's gonna feed off your bones. He's very angry. Biss and Irid.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming basically Irid because Biss can't really reach this turn.
Well, if he does nothing, if he like dashes as his action,
That's true.
He could run over and
Yeah.
give this guy the bird.
right? So he runs over and stands next to the guy,
That's fine.
and then when it comes to my turn, I'm just like, all right, Irid, and then just do cast shocking grass, and through the reaction, use Biss to deliver it.
Okay. Is that a touch spell attack?
Yeah, it's a touch. So I have to roll and hopefully hit this. That's a total of 16.
Yeah, that hits. How do you want to do this?
I like seeing the like frostbitten face. Biss is just going to leap out and he was aiming for the face, but he misses. And he just chokes the guy and shocks him at the same time.
Okay, that's fine. Sort of like the guy, sort of like, staring Vistra down, sort of like, quickly trying to sort of like reload a bolt, sort of like, as he's doing in his crossbow, sort of like turning and goes, what the f-?
Yeah.
Drops to the floor, twitching, very much dead.
Nice.
There we are out of initiative order for now. We're out of combat. So looking around, you find yourself in this barracks type room. You are aware that if that they were expecting you, that was an attack of, you were being fairly quiet through the corridors, and they were ready for you the moment anyone stepped through that door. They've clearly somehow been alerted, and if they weren't alerted now, the massive thunder wave that could be heard 300 feet away has definitely let the entire this area know that someone's here, and they're definitely not friendly.
It could be a storm outside.
Indeed. So you are currently within this barracks. Combat has ended for now, and that is where we're going to end this week. We'll pick up from here next week.
All right, I want to yell at Vistra more.
Okay, so thank you very much, everybody. We will be back with Antillian Mysteries next week at the same time at 1:30 GMT / 8:30 PST /
Can we come back to your
whenever EST.
Can we come back to your stream, or are we going to see things?
No, you can't come back to the stream. No. Yeah, stream can see things, and stream, please no spoilers for them. You'll have to come back next week, Robin, if you want to see them yell at Vistra more.
I have a whole bunch of. I have a list of racial slurs
Whoa!
Indeed. In fact, tell you what.
for every race, not just for dwarves.
Yeah, there you are. You can come back to the stream now if you want, because I've just put the Antillian Mysteries logo up. So yeah, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Uncloaked hideout.
I still really wish that my yeeting the can would have been when we started.
That would have been hilarious. But yes, so no, we will be back next week. I myself will be back tomorrow night at 1 p.m.-ish, 1 a.m.-ish GMT for some random games of some sort. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Erin. Thank you, Tyler. We should rate on. We should descend on someone.
Hey, Dan, it's frozen. Your thing's frozen again.
I've realised why. It's because if I minimise Zoom, the actual Zoom window, I can still see it. That should pick up again.
That's silly.
Yeah, if I minimise the Zoom window, it literally pauses. It holds the the window
Can you not
itself.
have it like as a tiny window off to the side? Can you switch it from speaker view to just tile view?
That's the thing. If I'm not actively on it, it pops up in kind of like a little mini thing. Look, it's just attacking us all. Help! 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 Okay, let's have a look. Who can we invade? I think we should invade.
Mars.
They have oil.
Let me just. Oh no! Bye.
Oh, not that one.
By D12.
Farewell.
I shall fetch that in a minute. Let's invade Jared because Jared is awesome and playing Fortnite, and it's always fun typing out his name. Kunthur's fan Luigi. Indeed. See you, Bobby. Thank you. See you, Robin. See you, Sarah. See you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Bye.
I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back next week. Much love. Bye bye.
See ya.